Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Casa game. We're on the 1v1 ranked quick search ladder, and we found ourselves a game between Chefsudiste and Ungurs. And what is going on here? Chef has literally targeted one villager per hunt. This is somebody call the wildlife police. This is a slaughter. Sometimes I do my intros, I'm like, slowly ease into it, like a nice fine dinner, get the wine out, and just ease into the night. But Chef has just kind of gone, yeah, man, we're going straight to 11, and he just killed 6 animals in base. So much decay started, but it's all part of the plan of minimum bill moving around and fastest age up time to the second age. The map today is Colorado. It is Chef playing as the Portuguese, spawning to the east in the colour red, and his opponent, it is Ungurs, spawning in the west of the map in the colour blue, playing as the Incans. We don't often see that much these days. I think many people are just bored by them or just don't enjoy playing their play style. It feels like a native version of the Portuguese, but just probably does most things the Ports do, just a little bit weaker. I think is the genuine consensus at the moment. But Ungurs been playing very well. Chef has been solidly sat in that kind of top 10, top 20 for a long time. 2.2k elo, a little bit more than Ungurs at the moment. But I think that is because of his practice of the Portuguese civs and continuously playing them at the highest of ladder. It's the Pirate Explorer skin, gets an Incan Explorer snared up. And, Incan War Chief going to try and focus down the Cougar. Needs to do it. Overall, does he win this in the end? No, he's got a negative multiplier versus War Chief. So, yeah, Ports will win this eventually. But I think it's just trying to do a double down trade of I stop taking treasures, you stop taking treasures. And if actually Ports gets the Explorer down, that's plus 100 XP. Inca cannot afford to give Portuguese 100 XP at the moment. So I'm kind of a bit surprised. Wow! Oh, here comes the Chasky over the hills and far away. A Chasky comes in to save the day, and Cristiano Ronaldo, he's running for the hills because he's not going to win it. I was sat there thinking, yeah, no, I wouldn't be taking this trade. You just can't give up, and unfortunately, the Chasky breaking his own snare. And both explorers will peel off. A lot of Age 1 hype there, dying to nothing. What a shame. But Chef going to age up to the second age on 13 villagers with a house and no trading post. And overall, I kind of think that this hasn't gone as well as Chef would have hoped for, because if you do have 13 vills, sometimes it might even be worth just committing to that early market if you're not going for that train post. I guess you're going for that train post and transition. The Chef thinks a 13 vil is better than the 10-10. Yeah, just enough wood for the TP, and that is it. No more, no less. The Chef will try and get the remainder of vils. Let's get the age up. Going to age up the Naturalist. 2 vils, 2 cows. Herding in his forward hunt. Needs to, actually, on this map. It's not easy to keep those around. He's actually herding the back hunt as well. Still feel the amount of animals he killed early on was just a crime against Age of Empires 3 in general. But the Chef is about 600 elo above where I am, maybe 500, 550. I will certainly respect the Portuguese god in this situation. Agent comes in, cover wagon, 2 vil, 2 cow. Make sure you actually select the cows before you kill them. Yeah, he's going to try and get them away from the hunt, and then the vil's going to get them down. Defensive TC. I'm going to try and turtle up. Nice little play here. Let's look from Ungurs' point of view. He has aged. He's actually gone for. So I think he's aged up with 2 builder travois wagons, or men carrying kit. Not really a wagon if they're carrying it, are they? Tambo is built, forward spawn point, 2 war huts going to be sent in, take middle map. It looks like they'll be chucked across this choke point, defending that TP as well. And 600 was going to follow this up, so maybe Plume Spearman play. It is quite hard to push into 2 TC defensive, especially if Chef wants to be sending in Colonial Militia behind this, which I think is a possibility. You see how his Chef's gone for another 4 villagers from the TC, but no more. Get that age up in at 530. Now it's back all on the... Well, still all on food. But you can always get yourself trapped by just endlessly spamming villagers in age 2 and never get into the 3rd age. Going to age up here with the marksman. Going to age up with the castors. I guess the castors here make sense because the late TP and now deleted TP means it's actually got the XP for a shipment. And quite often if you have a shipment, you'll be aging up fast. Maybe going for that fort straight away. So Ungur's position here of the Forward War Huts, the Plume Spearman from the TC Big Button as well. I think that is where they've come from. Yes, it is. That is actually one of the best things about Inca, is the amount of early siege they get on the map at his home city spawn point is quite frankly disgusting. How 5 spearmen can just turn up. I think it's only like 500 food as well, maybe 600 food. It's so cheap and cost effective to get this going. And yeah, the train price has gone down, but I've occasionally lost a forward base straight away to this. And you're like, well, I can't get units out before you do. No town militia called, but with villagers in both town centres, those Plume Spearmen were getting 3-shot killed by the TC. I think that was some good monk there by Chef. You can't really overkill 170 HP units with a TC if they're doing 90 per shot. Wait, it's 2-shot kill, isn't it? For some reason I thought TCs did 60 then. I was like, that's close enough. I knew 180 was the magic number, but duh, got the wrong one. Town centre comes out, Castles as well. Town centre to the back, may just try and get away from this army, but Chasky's and the Plume Spearmen behind. Castles feel very awkward out in the open. We do have double Minutemen likely to come up to save. 1 Minuteman, 2nd Minuteman really should come out. This is... Ungurs is not an all-in play, but he wants to try and punish his age up, and the Chimney runners are getting some great damage on the Castles, bypassing their 45% range resist, and all those age up skirmishers have just gone down. Like, you've aged up with a bonus, but it's now gone. Protects the TC will come up, and maybe ferry some villagers across to kind of get that TC firing as well. Surprise, in the end, only 1 Minuteman batch was called, but Chef knows best and evaluated his position. Only 1 Minuteman was enough to trade well there. Maybe he's going to try and time it with this 8 Castors, so he's got that kind of pseudo anti-cavalry, anti-Chimu with those Minutemen. Plume's going back in for another raid. TC fire. Ooh, a couple more getting shot. Notice how Chef has been fantastic here, keeping this forward hunt of the Oak nice and tight in the base. If this gets lost to the open, then his task is so much harder. Castle's coming in, bit of focus firing here from Chef. But with 45% range resist, it really doesn't matter. They barely take that much damage. Still 8 Castles to live and tell the tale. Stable does come out. The goon spam has begun. The TCs are producing, and is kind of taking a back seat. He does have 3 TP stagecoach. Chef is now getting on the action as well. But what's that mean? Ungurs having those TPs. Currently on XP, I think he might have had them on wood for a bit and then onto the coin. We did use 700 coin to age up, so maybe it is just being on XP to kind of get that shipment progression moving along. We'll get up to the next age. Strong shipments in the 3rd age here for Inca. 2 TC wagon, 9 Chimio. I'm expecting to be coming in really early actually here. I don't expect to see 5 Macemen in this part of the game due to the TCs that Chefsudiste have. And Ungurs says, you got 3 TC, I can 3 TC, but I've also got 3 TP stagecoach and probably some better villagers on hunts if he goes for the... No, I'm thinking of the wrong card. I'm thinking of that, was it Salt Lakes, I think it's called. Explorer does come up. Maybe the special ability comes in. Yes, special ability comes in. That Dragoon nearly gets speared off the horse, but still alive. And good micro there from Chef. Really making the most of those 2 units. And actually counter-pushing with 8 Halb, 8 Skirm. Does Chef have 8 Halb in his deck? He does. And Chimney Batch does come out just in time. But with no bowman here, there's no real sense of wanting to defend that war hut. Where's the TC wagons even going? They've just... I guess they've just come out of this forward tambo, but they're slowly, aimlessly just running around on the hunt. And this has just come home. This is just... Why is it crossing half the map? Oh, it's... Just, you want to get them down as fast as possible. The faster they're built, the faster they produce villagers, the faster they return. Ungurs is just saying, actually, you know what? I'm just trying to get on the edge of the map. Chef is the person with all the momentum at the moment. Tambo with 5 attack is just not enough. 5 attack is kind of pointless, isn't it? Do Tambos get stronger with more villagers in it? Yeah, strengthen its attack. Okay, that explains that mechanic. Because 5 attack on its own is kind of just pointless. Tambo down. Explorer is somewhat nearby to get it up. And he's got more than 100 HP, so yeah, he will be able to revive pretty quickly. But Ungurs 2 TC, I mean, this bottom TC's only just come up. This is still building. But like all this time, Chef is still pumping out 3 villager batches, 39 vills here for the Chef. Ungurs currently on 33 villages, not too far behind. But needs to play catch up pretty quickly. Rakas do come up from 2 Kalankas, which are home, I guess. It's not a Kalanka age up, was it? Might have been. I don't think it was, though. I will check afterwards. My Incan age up politicians is absolutely atrocious. I'm going to assume it was the messenger, because you want to age up with tempo, try and get those 2 TCs built as fast as possible. Chimney raids will start to move around, but there's a decent Halb raid at the top. The villagers do get into the town centre, into the Tambo, and Karakas will come defensively. That's a good unit to deal versus these units, but it's going to take on the nuke club them first. Chimu's going to run in, Port Siege and another TP, but it's the Chimu's running into the base. It's going to cause town bell to be rung. Ding ding, ding ding, get the vills in the town centre. These will just move down to the southern side, slightly safer. No, these will actually have to get into a town centre because they're coming. Oh, here come the Dragoons. Organs get sent in. Albs do get the TP down. And, a little bit of damage onto the Rakas, nothing too much. But the main Chimu push here from Ungurs has been caught by the Dragoons. And a lot of resources here from Ungurs behind. And at the moment, Ungurs' army is basically 3 Chimu and a couple of Rakas. Yeah, okay. 8 now, 8 Chimu, and more Rakas out in the field. Double batch shipment, but it doesn't fill me with that confidence. Dragoons, I think, do okay versus Rakas. It's not as bad as you think. Oh, here come organ guns, and you kind of have to focus the organ guns if you can get onto them. But if your organs get some volleys on these tightly packed Rakas, that is disastrous. Got to be careful there. Playing with fire Ungurs is... Jeez. Ooh. These villagers are queued up one after the other. Looks like Ungurs is not using select all town centre, then Trainville. He's going select TC, Trainville, select TC, Trainville, select TC, Trainville. Chef is a definite all villagers on the same town centre control hotkey, or uses the find all TC hotkey and trains them at the same time. Yeah, another one, bam. Interesting that is, actually. Yeah, fertility dance in. Is it? Where's the community? Is there a fire pit somewhere? I don't actually think there is a fire pit. No, there's not. Just training, just relatively fast training. The Warheart and Kalanka will push back the Dragoons. Decent amount for Rakas actually now, 14. Well, I mean, it was 17 earlier. Organs once again sieging as Tambo for another 100 XP kill. Chef leading that TP war 2-1. Ungurs sending in bows behind. Large batch of bows coming from as well. I don't think these are. Oh, he has upgraded them. I must have missed when he got that upgrade in. Yeah, there he goes. I'm trying to go for the jungle bowman. He kind of needs the Harakas to kill the organs and the bowman to kind of kill the goons while the Chimus are making the dragoons panic and maybe trying to get onto the organs or something. Pop from the TC maybe? I'm going to pop defensively with the rest of the army. It's all fine though. Villagers getting onto the hunt. And with Inca on 59 vills with a lot of Kalankas as well. And Chef on 63 villagers. You know what? I was expecting it to be a little bit more favoured of Portugal, but Inca's happily keeping up here. The Chimus are going for the charge ability, but the organs are doing so much damage into the Harakas. They're trying to get close. They do get in range, but the organs have melted them so far already. As exchanges go, that was brutal. And, just Chef making good use of these goons. I think he's got himself the Dragoon combat for 20%. Yes, he does. Now going for Constable Hussars. Beautiful play behind this. And that massive jungle bows has been picked off. And you can't just go for a fight like that and lose the whole army. That is... You will be able to, you know, make more units behind this, but this TC's going down. Oh, there's 10 vills in here, at least. Yeah, there's 10 vills. They're trapped. Mace men! Oh, I feel this is kind of like a last hurrah. Maybe if the chef is going to tend to the kitchen, maybe make some pancakes. It's getting close to Shrove Tuesday. And if the maces get flying... How do these guys commit or connect? And Bo's going for a cheeky raid. Scouts the vet hussars behind. Oh, Mace is just trying to swing onto the trading post. Or is he just revealed he's got mace men and like chess like right. There's a lot of mace men on the field that just need to stay away and we carry on. 5 maces being sent in from Ungurs. He really is backing himself for the maceman play. Really backs himself here, and that's gonna. I mean, it's gonna do well versus Huskoon as a combination. So I was just kind of have to do nothing. But Eco Theory, 76 villagers with the arsenal behind. Ranged cavalry, Caracol in for 14 ranged dragoons, and that extra 2 range makes all the difference. He buys himself extra couple of split seconds versus the maceman connecting. It's the difference between 1 volley and maybe 2 volleys before retreating. It's such an important tech. Just moving around, not looking to overcommit into a Civ which can hide units in their buildings. Just going to make himself feel pretty comfortable. Consensus is just going to carry making vills. Take map, 79 vills. Ungurs, 56, so you're losing that 10 earlier. Pretty sad for him. He's down at TC as well, so the remass isn't as strong, but he's diving in at a very awkward angle here, and the cliff is not going to help his retreat, and the macemen are approaching. Chef just about gets out of range. The maceman gets into cover mode, and the bowmen are starting to stack up. But I still think there's just not enough bowmen for this. Oh, Hussar's going in for melee, but each time they get swung on, they're going. Eagle flying! Eagle flying! How is it even possible for a man with mace to send somebody like 15 foot in the air? Props to the animation. I would say props to the animation, but I'm not too sure a man with a mace is can really send it. Did everyone play Rome Total War 1 and have the Germanic berserkers just like see their launch their victims in the air? That was so funny. Cavalry play, okay, overall decent Huss control, only keeping a couple in melee of the macemen, where the others were trying to get onto the plume spearmen. Or no, jungle bows. I've probably been saying plume spearmen the whole time. It felt right, man. I'm thinking of the plumed archers of Maya from Age of Empires 2. Oh, Mayans, Incans are the same. They are the same, aren't they? Yeah. Chef taking forward coin mine. Outpost coming down? Yeah, double outpost. It's kind of what happens when you have like 90 plus villagers, is you just run through your natural resources so fast. And the goon's going to keep Ungurs tight in his base. Another war hut. And Ungurs is just plain turtle, but he just has no natural resources to kind of play turtle. He's got some hunter at the top, but I fear that Ungurs needs to at least secure. Well, he basically has secured 2 mines and the last remaining hunts on the map. Comanche, so no bisons available to be sent from the native post. I don't even think the Cheyenne appear on Colorado. And it's nearly farm time for Ungurs, while Chef is going to the 4th age. He has 3 TP behind, and he's fully milled up already. Classic Chef things. He does, he's a bit of a mill enjoyer. And actually has sustainable agriculture, which is only a 15% food tech. Does have cigar roller. I do agree with him with cigar roller. That's actually a very useful card to have. Grape shot instead of 5 organs. That's a great upgrade late game. Jeanette, gunpowder combat. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And I don't think you feel too pressured. Put agent up the tycoon yet for the coin. And that could be mercantilism. Get that shipments driving again. Push through those factories. 97 villagers. Did he train the final 2? Oh, he's trained the final 2. Chef will never leave maximum villagers. That is his #1 enjoyment. Like Chef, he doesn't enjoy fights. He doesn't enjoy micro. He just enjoys clicking the TC and the villager button. And Philby's done a good job. He's like, yes, I've done it. I boomed as the Portuguese. It's 4 goons at the moment. You can't expect to take a good trade here. Yeah, Jungbone's firing behind, but does Chef need to take a good trade? He's basically max population. He should really back up and wait for at least Legion Dragoons, heavy cannons, and play with Goon Cannon behind this. Out come the Macemen. But unfortunately, people on horses tend to outrun people with double-handed maces, and yeah, we see why the Macemen... Oh my god, look at the... Castle going flying. He's going flying. He can believe he can reach the stars. But forward outpost would be a very useful and very rewarding... I can't quite think of the word. Appreciated building for the Portuguese Dragoons here. Heavy cannons shipped directly to the front line is just such a good way to drive that momentum, and Ungurs will be forced to respond to it, and unfortunately he will need Chimus or Hurakas or something else. Bowman just will not be enough to kill heavy cannons. I think Ungurs will have to sit back, and his farm transition, oh, he's transitioning at the worst time. You sense, oh, he's looking to age, he's trying to age. What? Dogs? 24 Peruvian dogs, oh please. Please, Ungurs, get to the 4th age and send that, just for the memes. I guess it's like pseudo cavalry. I guess it's pseudo cavalry, and maybe like, you know, over realm, and I guess they act like pseudo cavalry, but without any cavalry tags, so the Legion Goons don't have any multipliers. Let's pray. You know what? It could be. It could be the next OP card. You know it's bad when, yeah, Hazard's like, yeah, that card's bad. Hazard, no! I need to believe that Peruvian dogs are... I think I remember those, I think I know the unit, and they only have like 15 hand attack and like 120 HP. They're certainly not as good as the Spanish War Dogs though, which I think is what I'm initially thinking of trying to compare them to. I think the clue is that they don't cost any resources, whereas the 22 Hurakas cost resources. Do we have any production? We do have 3 horse. No Kalanka though, so no way to upgrade to guard Hurakas for that big shipment if he wants to go that. Villagers up against into the town centre. Luckily he's aging from a back TC, that makes sense. But he needs something pretty quick. Hopefully they arrive fast. I don't think they do. And that's going to be another 45 seconds waiting for them. Bo's looking to go 40. Oh, that's not enough Hurakas to kill the heavy cannons. Maybe it is with the poison. The bows are not helping out. And the heavy cannons are the damage dealers. I'm just seeing death, death, death. Oh, Mace. Ironically, the Macemen's go flying. I was just wondering if the Macemen kill the heavy cannons. The heavy cannon man goes flying. But oh, God. Oh, okay, the heavy cannons do go down, so at least behind this 21 jungle bows we'll just get some, at least they'll kill some of the goons, but just look at the range, the 18 range now with the Order of Viz card coming in from Portugal, getting the range advantage. They outrange jungle bows, that's disastrous. That is absolutely disastrous from Ungurs. You do not want to see that. The dogs, will they come in to save the day? Oh, only champion jungle bowman now. Oh, so painful. Here they are. Oh god, they're terrible. Look at them. They're skinny as well. They look horrible. 11-hand attack. I mean, okay, I mean, it doesn't look a bad card in the sense of it's annoying and all that kind of stuff, but... He's pushing back the army of dragoons and giving some sort of breathing space, covering fire for the jungle bows to remass champion jungle bows. We'll be here to reinforce that front line. Another card in, stacking the coin, working towards that 22 Varakas, but out comes 3 heavy cannons there from Chef. He's gone double artillery foundry, and I think in the end it was only time at that point. But Ungurs giving Chef the briefest of scare with the 24 Peruvian dog card, of course. And would it be classed as clickbait if I said Ungurs sends in the 24 Peruvian dogs to challenge Port? I don't think that is. I think that has to be the title today. That would be so funny. Man, I caused an uproar of that Revnak video. A lot of people weren't happy about that, but that was a funny game. And this has also been actually more of a good game than a funny game. I thought actually some great play from the Chef. A really clean Portuguese FF build, decent hold early on. Ungurs had a good timing with the Plume Spearman taking down the trading post, and then going for that timing with the Chibu and the jungle bows. Chef was under pressure, but Ungurs lost the Plume Spearmen to the TC fire, and then Chef was like, yeah, sure, I can just train Vils now, and kind of grew from that point onwards. Felt relatively safe afterwards. Ungurs, yeah, didn't quite work out. Took a few fights where it just didn't quite go to his plan, and I think what really killed him was the fact that he had to transition to a kind of a farm, estate-based economy towards the end of the game, where Portugal had already transitioned and were just then still out booming, losing that TC down to the southern side with 10 Vils. Also a game changer, and I think Ungurs had a low military count in the early stages of the Third Age, trying to catch up with the economy. Kind of have to, but pay the price of not having enough military, and that, oh my, that was brutal, that fight. That was the Varakas and the bowmen trying to chase down the organ guns and the dragoons, and it felt like a good fight there for Chef, and it proved out, and Ungurs going again, and just same results. So, yeah, it's a game there. Good game, well played all, and I'll see you guys in the next one.